both teams picking up wins in their first games here at IEM Katowice 2017. Fnatic looked good on that first half, but things got dicey. It came down to, let's say, a bit of a unique round with Crimson Forest there. That's something that you kind of want to remember and also don't at moments. And FaZe looked flawless. There's no disputing that. Looked strong, but this is where the real challenge begins. Yeah,
I mean, obviously, this team in Fnatic, especially, like you said in the first half, just looked like that scary Fnatic that you don't want to see. But I mean, if you take that into account, if you look back at the history of Fnatic on this map, a lot of their success relied on Olofmeister's effectiveness out T main. I mean, Natsu brought it up on the desk, which was great because this is a team that on train was not known for any kind of like tactical prowess. Even compared to the other maps in which they were not a tactical team. So I mean, this map especially was reduced in that fashion, but individually they always found ways to win. So this is going to be a little bit dicey for them. If they get off to a slow start on the T side, I think it's definitely going to be a test. But we should say, JW, we talked about how he's looked good recently, resurgent form. This is a map when he was in Godsent, despite all their struggles. JW on this map for them was a monster.
Yeah, he still delivered. The one thing I love as well is that Dennis is on a Deagle first round. I love that from this guy. He can be so potent, and this is a hit towards B. They're not even messing around on this. They're already out. Bombs on the site. It's going down in the hands of JW. Olof is going to be late to this. Going to try and find a way to play back into either support, whatever they need to fill the gap of. But they have 4 alive, or 5 alive even, excuse me. So they've kept every player standing from either side here. So interesting and a tough retake now for FaZe.
Yeah, and there's no utility on FaZe, and also no one peeking from Fnatic. So I mean, they're going to wrap around. 2 players are going to be flanking in Z. Kerrigan's watching for it, but they can't spend a lot of time on this, and this round might just be over. Yeah, Flusha is cleaning things up. Dennis hasn't even been tested. There's another kill for Flusha and FaZe. They go for a retake, and nothing comes of it. I mean, when you retake like that and you don't get any kills before the bomb plant, you kind of have to rely on those Glocks trying to push up or trying to peek because there's not a whole lot of spots towards that inner site. But Fnatic only committed like 2 bodies to that bomb site, so they just sat and waited, and they didn't offer FaZe any gifts.
That was beastly. And I love that play from Crimson off. Crim's actually going around to join him as well. He was over by B at the start, but came right on over, and the flank was perfect, just pinching them right in. But let's see the pace that they come in with now with Fnatic. They might just run through this one, and it looks like they are. At least Crims will do. He's heading straight out, down towards the Olaf spot, I guess people love to call it, and just waiting it out. He's got the Mac 10, so perfectly fine. Not too much of a bother there. And the CZ won't come in for Alu, and Crims will also find Rain. So this is really looking like a very nice start, and it's not even going to be towards A.
Yeah, dink onto Crims, though, so you'd imagine if someone from FaZe would try and clean this kill up. It's the Deagle on Kerrigan. He's distracted for a moment by Flusha. Nice work, and they're just going to stream out ladder room. So 3 members of FaZe here. 1 kill, 2 kills for Kerrigan. They've slowed this down. Can he get a third? Everyone is so low on the Fnatic side. Kerrigan has an AK, but not using it a third. And Kio's got a chance here with the 5-7.
He has more than a chance. 19 HP, 16 HP. Timing is everything, and it's not on his side. It was all set up for him. Kerrigan did so much work then, but just couldn't seal the deal. 2 stand, and that's more than enough. Fnatic get the second round. Costly, definitely, but still. Survived the threat that started to build, but those shots from Kerrigan.
Yeah, he gave him a real chance in that round. A little bit unfortunate they couldn't come anything from it. Crims had to survive and clutch that round out, even with the damage he took right at the start. So yeah, costly, but you could see the effect of that. JW, Dennis sticking on pistols. They know after the investment of FaZe that round, and actually JW, he only has a pistol. He's going to get caught off, but they don't invest anything. They're just going to scout out this outer bomb site. And if they die, it's no big deal. They're just trying to build up some money for the next round by not buying a whole lot in this one.
Actually doing all right as well. 2 kills. Yeah, sure, it was the players who only had pistols, but still good stuff from FaZe. Making them the best of a very bad situation. And they might have another shot at another kill. Olofmeister's very much alone. It would be surprising if they can get into this. But Eco's just toying with the idea of it. Can't get the job done. Did a dink, but that's what you're going to get now. Rain and Alu looking for their opportunity to try and get a gun away, try and find something, try and make it a little more costly for Fnatic. Because any more people dying, that's a rifle. So it does get a little worse from this point. But Alu now, maybe trying to just isolate Olaf again. He's the one player who notably was dinged, but beyond that, this is good from Fnatic. They stabilized after what looked a little bit dangerous for a second, but it was fine in the end.
Yeah, and especially this round, they lost 2 players, but like you said, only the pistols, so they didn't really invest a whole lot into it, just, you know, the armor and maybe $300 for the pistol. So, I mean, this is Kerrigan in that previous round. Brilliant second shot onto JW, and then almost getting the... If he'd gotten the third there, that would have...
something hit it.
Yeah, I think it might have been through the edge of E-Box or something, or maybe through the edge of the train. But either way, he can't get that kill off the bat, so he's got to get aggressive. But that's what causes some decent economic damage on a Fnatic. They sustain in the next round, though, and now we have the guns. Alu on the AWP, so is JW, and JW heading out towards Ali. See what he's going to get. Could be a duel early on for those 2, but Alu with the op is actually in connector.
Yeah, Alu just waiting out, see if Dennis comes walking in, but not to be happening just yet. Alu's going to back away, readjust, find something else, maybe support Keo for a sec. He can always come back around, but it's going to be the play down Ivy that's going to be building Karrigan, and Rain will be the second in line. Nico can also adjust, but it's Olofmeister just to start things off. He's starting to have a real impact in these games so far, and I get worried when I see him starting to do this, starting to build up, starting to look confident, a little bit deadly. Rain has to respect this now. He's worried about where the extra flex comes from Fnatic. Where's that extra bit of pressure going to be building?
He's actually very lucky to get away with his life there. So he's actually going to get up on top of the train, but you're right. Olofmeister, if he's going to start testing his abilities here, we saw how good he was on Cash against NIP with some of those plays. Again, just walking up Ivy, getting that kill onto Karrigan. And now, I mean, with that one player down towards Ivy, it makes this defense so hard because FaZe isn't cheating anyone outside. They have Alu and they have Keo towards the inner bomb site. They're split 2 and 2. That puts a lot of pressure on Rain and Nico to have the good read, and a lot of time for JW to just hold this angle and be able to pick someone off who's unsuspecting. Yeah,
this mostly come in. This is looking a little more worrying. It would deny Alu if he was there. He's not. And now JW's got a nice little angle too. That means that Rain basically can't back away from this unless he wants to fight. And already the play's starting to begin. You've got Dennis out, you've got Olaf out, and now here we go. The pinch starts to really build up. JW doesn't need to land the shot. He's still got the angle. He allows Dennis through. This is so perfect, but Alu denies the bomb, getting towards the side comfortably. Can he find any more? The answer is a swift no from JW. 10 seconds remain, and only Keo, and he was over a B at the very start. So bombs down. This one looks in the bag here, and Keo finding any impact is near on impossible.
JW just so patient with his positioning, and you could see it just locked Rain in. I mean, there was really no options, and Rain knows he's blocked in. He knows if he peeks that, there's likely someone from Fnatic there, so he just feels very restricted in what he can do. And that decimates the defense. So really, really nice from Fnatic. Get that one pick, readjust where your attack is going to come from, and you really strangle that defense out. Part of it is FaZe without a whole lot of utility in this fourth round because of the second round investment. I mean, sometimes you can clear that position out with like some kind of mid-round aggression, a pop flash, even a smoke to block things off, but they just didn't have the options available to him there. So Keo's left just getting one exit kill, surviving the blast. Looking for the... Oh, he got the AK there. Yeah, I was going to say, that would have been a nightmare. Good trades from Fnatic coming out. And you could see the follow-up. I mean, if Rain's not going to move, Dennis is just saying, all right, I'm just going to hunt you down. I'll hold you here. There's only one place you can go with JW blocking that off.
That's really nice as well. This is the thing we want to... with me and Fnatic, I just want to see individuals starting to perform, but it seems like they've got a really nice structure to support it so far. FaZe, going to have to just play to the tune that Fnatic are playing at the moment. There's nothing more to be said about that. They do have the upgraded pistols, bit of armor as well, and that rifle that Keo is managing to pick up at the end, eventually getting that AK. But Flush is still very early, very aggressively looking for opportunities, looking for ways to make things happen, but Rain... Not going to quite get it, going to readjust down towards that kind of spindle, waiting for anything to happen, and no, big no on that one. And this should be clean again. Nico has found a rifle, as does Alu, so they've got some options here to make a play with. Now Karrigan removes Dennis. This actually evens up a little bit of a chance. Alu's the main player just because he's got armor, and there he goes. JW leaves his head rolling. And now Nico and Karrigan. How much more can you achieve in this round? I think that's a very swift response to that.
Really, really intelligent play from Fnatic, knowing it's an anti-eco round, so they spot Rain at upper with the Deagle, and they just get down lower. And with the op on JW, they choose not to smoke, because why do that? You know, why block yourself off from potentially pistols getting up close? So you have him watching the connector, so as you stream out, that's Keo with the AK-47. FaZe puts him in the connector position so that he can rotate between the sites, so no matter where Fnatic goes, the AK can get involved in the action, but JW just stops that immediately. So really, really smart. If they smoke that off, then Keo has a chance to get out, to swing a little bit wider, and maybe find a kill or two as he comes into the site, but Fnatic just wisely makes sure that can't possibly happen.
Now this is nice. We've got the double AWP coming out as well. This is over on the FaZe side, so going for Alu and Karrigan on that. Karrigan squeezed in down by Ivy. You know someone's around here. Can't... Did he? No, I thought he was going to be flush, and it's Olofmeister, so didn't even catch a leg, but he sees the side he's on. He's going to have to respect this a little bit now. Keeps his attention towards this area. It's got to be aware of this being now some point of resistance, but this isn't it. It's all about B, and so far Alu is there with Keo. They went over there very early on. Alu has been very present on this side. You can see as to why Korean is this the option we're going for here? It's certainly looking dicey already. This is a big shutdown from FaZe. They have pretty much stopped this before it started. Anyone who got out towards that B site got completely denied instantly by Alu, and the support from Keo instantly was there. And there it is. Karrigan as well, just going to have a little bit of a go on the nailing the, put the nail in the coffin, shall I put it? Now Crim's left with the impossible task.
Yeah, we talked about this on Crim's as also, or on Cash as well. Crim's is not an opera. So, I mean, this is a long time to have to save this gun. but you can't imagine he's going to be going for anything. Maybe just try and fall back, get a pick or two, and yeah, the timing is there with the Deagle, but Nico gets the kill, and that's huge for FaZe. To have the first round that you win, to start a streak, you have all 5 players survive, so now you can have full nades into this. Harder for Fnatic to reset them, and even if they can, I think they'd be able to force up some kind of, they'd be able to muster up some kind of buy, but the big thing is, what does Fnatic choose to do now? Because they spot the double op setup. They know Kerrigan has one out towards Ivy that past round, and they know that Alu has one towards Inner. So what kind of a tactic? If they can get into a bomb site and get the plant down, those ops are going to be very, very difficult to retake, and it's looking like it's going to be very, very fast towards the B bomb site. Actually, they come down ladder, and Rain's going to get all 3, holds down the trigger. He's not blind whatsoever. That's too easy for Rain. The nade finally cleans him out, bounces right into his face. Damage could be done, but I mean, FaZe cannot give this up. It's a 2-on-3. They cannot let that triple go to waste.
And Flush has got the bomb, so it's going to be hard for him to back away, but he's going to give it a good try. Just about makes it out before the molly really kicked in and took him down any lower. 26 HP, a fraction of safety to be found. But now, Crims, how do you make something happen here? How do you make the play begin? He's as cautious as Flusher is, but you can see FaZe having to respect this, starting to wonder, okay, they're going to go B, where can we play this out? Flusher's just kind of sneaking his way up. He's got down towards, almost towards Carrigan's position, but there's no one watching Carrigan's push either. So this is a bit of a reverse. We saw JW holding angles like this not too long ago, keeping Rain pinned to the site. Now we're going to have to see if Carrigan can do just the same, but for the CT side, if he can keep it safe on the cross.
Both ops outside now as well. So, I mean, if Fnatic can get in and neutralize these AWPs, they have a chance at a bomb plant, because those ops can't be too aggressive. They want to use the range. And this is a long time for Flusha to be on the map, but Kerrigan finds Krim. Flusha hasn't made a move yet, was trying to get Krims into his position. There's one. 1-on-2 with the bomb, and he can get it planted at this inner site, or this outer site, excuse me.
Yeah, Alu's on the long way around, though. He's going to be coming around from Ivy. He might be able to get an angle if he steps out on it. He might let him get the plant. Just going to wait for Kyo to be in a good position with him. And here we go. Timing going to be a massive factor in the air. It is. Alu's just going to take the fight straight away. As soon as the bomb put down, just takes that second and he gets the job done. And you got to say it, Rain gave them hell at the start of that round. That was just a swing factor. Yeah,
I mean, you can see Fnatic against this double op setup. They wanted to pick up the pace. They wanted to have a very quick outside hit, but Rain gets into that ladder room far before they even have to, they're even coming down. I mean, that is great timing and caught off guard. That's why you're not seeing any kind of a nade or a flashbang or anything from Fnatic towards ladder room, because they think they're going to be able to beat that push there. It just doesn't work out in their favor. So last buy for Fnatic, it's 5-2. They've got 4 AKs, a Deagle on JW. They've got a good amount of utility. They've got some very good nades for some kind of an execute if they choose to do that.
See what they go for this round. JW having to just be on the Deagle. Not many options to be falling back to, but at this point, Carrigan and Nico are getting up close and personal. Carrigan very close by, Nico playing off the site, so looking for action so early on. It's a risky piece, especially with the AWP in hand, leaving Rain just to lock down Ivy now instead. But Fnatic aren't testing anything quickly this time. They're taking their time on this build-up. The bomb's yet to be moved either, kind of just sitting, kind of in neutral ground, I guess, if you want to look at it from Fnatic's perspective. But for now, it's a test of patience here.
Rain even pre-firing the boost that Fnatic was trying to set up, so Olaf immediately gets down after getting tagged to 71. They're going to leave him alone, perhaps wanting to take that one-on-one duel, usually taking advantage of that, but Rain this time, that is surgical. So the double op setup has come out. Rain's going to get the first kill with an M4, but this double op has been the answers to FaZe's problems early on, and nice shot from Kerrigan. That was swift.
Very nice. Now Dennis looking to join in, find a reply, but you're smoked off, you're cornered in, you need to back away from this, but they don't actually have any control towards B either. This is a problem. They don't have anything in this map, really. And now with 3 remaining, 2 smokes on one on Flusher, one on Crims, how are you going to piece this together? What do you have in store for us? Dennis maybe looking for a play towards B, but you know, they're stubborn FaZe. They don't want to rotate Alu unless they need to. And now Dennis is going to find this out, I can imagine, with a bit of a wide peek. Looks for the fight towards Kyo, but the backup is there. It's Alu watching, waiting, and not giving that one up at all. Quick play now out towards the outer site. This is what they want to do. Maybe cause a distraction, cause a rotate, cause a fuss. And there you go. Flusher finding Nico is a good start, but starts on everything. You need the end of this round for Fnatic, and they're not going to get it. Rain holds firm, and again, FaZe just not being moved.
Yeah, I mean, that's Fnatic trying to get their way back into that round with some individual duels. You see Dennis taking that one towards Inner. Olaf was trying to take a one-on-one towards Ivy against Rain. They lose both of those. Those are the 2 fights that Fnatic really tries to open and find something with. Kerrigan with the advanced positioning catches JW off guard, but you know that's the scary part. If Fnatic in this TF, if they start getting bogged down, those are the fights that they're going to take. If they don't win them, this is where Train becomes a map where they just never seem to be able to have something to fall back on.
Eagles, P250s galore. But up against Alu with the AWP, not looking so likely, especially as he's getting aggressive. He's even just taking more of the map for himself. As Karrigan waits, see if there's any test. There is, it's Olofmeister. That dink, yeah, back away from that one. Don't give it up. And there you go. Rain supports well, but there's still Dennis and there's still a Deagle. And that means there's always going to be danger. But Nico waiting. JW as well, I think may have been noted, may have been heard, but the bomb's not to hand. And Crims is going to try and make a piece happen over towards B. Again on the AWP. Not ideal, but JW, that's a play you want to talk about. And of course, this is the round they start to really add the pressure. Of course.
So Fnatic.
P250s and Deagles equate to round wins after you've been struggling against a FaZe that won't be moved. But
yeah,
what happens now?
Karrigan's AWP is salvaged by Crims. He gets a leg shot onto Keo as they fall away. The Deagles outside do work, and JW advances his position and finds an AWP of his own. The question is, where do they go? And Keo, he's got a lot of time to really second guess and get caught out in the open, and there he is. They've spotted him now as well. That's not good news. He's at range. They don't have armor as the benefit for Keo. He's going to have to find some very, very selective fights, but they know he's been legged, so they pull out the pistols. 6-3. What a round for Fnatic. They have nothing.
Can we just appreciate the rounds Fnatic have been winning so far? Do you remember when Fnatic used to do those sort of things, right? With this roster, it would be like, oh, they're always going to come back. They pull out ridiculous timeout. They build up, they win in the filthiest of ways. And this is the round they win, and just remember what they did to NIP. These sort of rounds are just, this is starting to feel like Fnatic to me. I can't explain it. It's unquantifiable half the time, but these guys are looking a little bit better now. They of course turned it around. Olaf going to back away from that though, not going to outstay his welcome as Nico gets up close and personal. However, back on the buy at least. This means some sort of stabilizing factors come through. The double AWP still out to play for FaZe, and that was going to be tested. And actually not going to come out too well from that. This could quicken the pace, but no. Fnatic wait and bide their time.
That setup was perfect for, even with the missed shot from Alu, that was perfect for Keo to be able to peek out and get 1 or 2 kills. No one from Fnatic was looking there. They weren't expecting that whatsoever. So Fnatic gets away with one by a missed opportunity from Keo. The defense is going to hold strong. The good news is they have Nico close up. So if Fnatic try and fall back down this ladder, it could just be a replay of getting slaughtered coming down into ladder room. But they're going to bypass that altogether. Fnatic has pushed back the early aggression in inner, and now they've got to readjust. They still do have Olaf with the AWP, again choosing to go for a duel out towards Ivy, this time against Karrigan with the AWP.
Gonna wait on the timing of that, and Karrigan gonna be pushed off the angle, but it's what's happening in the meantime as well. The rest of Fnatic are starting to just consider their options. You've got the lineup starting to begin. You've got Crims putting out a couple of pieces, Smoke's coming in, probably a flash to follow if he has it to hand, but it doesn't matter. Nico up close, Smoke in towards Pop, and now here we go. Nico wants the action, and he might just get it. There's 3, looking for his 4th, turns it, expecting a flash in, but nothing. And now 2v3, you're left with Olofmeister and Crims, and not much HP in that nade seals what might be the deal here. Olofmeister looking for any chance, any pixel he can find, but they're not playing any sort of games now. It's shutdown time.
Yeah, that Molotov, Nico's definitely expecting a flashbang, but the Molotov works out just as well, essentially. So Fnatic gets shut down. They don't find any of those early kills that they wanted. And even though they push back pressure, they don't really have anything to do after that. Nico with the 1 kill in ladder room close up. I imagine FaZe is going to keep going to that, playing someone aggressive in ladder room, because that's destroyed Fnatic a couple times now. And then the UMP comes into play, aggressive towards T-mid. I mean, this is just, if FaZe are going to be aggressive like that, Fnatic's got to find some way to neutralize it, but it seems they're trying to open this up with some duels, and they're just not panning out. If FaZe can survive the early game, it almost seems like that's the key result to a CT-sided win.
First test begins, and they pass with flying colors. JW not able to get that opening pick that he was so desiring, but this is the first time as well we're going to see a dedicated forward towards A. Normally Keo's had that instant support from Alu, not the case this time. Alu is actually on the A-bomb site, and this is the time that Olofmeister gets the first pick. Actually hasn't had it that often down by early. Karrigan's backed away a couple of times, but eventually it seems like Olofmeister wants to break through. He wants control to begin, but Fnatic aren't building off the back of this. This is just a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, look what they have outside of these AWPs. They have 1 AK on Crims, the pistols as well, which we know they can be dangerous. But I mean, that's Karrigan got baited that round into a little bit of a mistake, re-peeking that angle after you take your shot. Risks a lot, and maybe he should have known that they saved an AWP. So he falls, now puts him into an awkward situation. Nico's got the other up now. I know Yanko talked on the desk about how he can be an effective secondary AWPer at times. How much more damage can Olaf do? This is that confidence you talked about, and he actually gets the damage onto Rain. Doesn't find the kill, but he's going to hunt it down. He's going for more. Timing's not there. Nico coming through. That's an AWP shot, and Olaf almost gets that one. This duel. Olaf comes out on top of it, the no-scope battle.
But it's all about B. They've been biding their time for every second that's passed, and they almost clear it out. Kio's position is compromised, but he comes out swinging. That's two. The third is on the cards. If he could just kill Dennis, but no. Dennis stays alive, and now Rain, with 19 HP, is looking at what could be an impossible task. JW's behind, Dennis in front. JW's waiting for anything to show FaZe, but Rain snuck his way up. This is a nice little bit of play. Maybe he can make something happen here. Dennis might not expect it, or maybe he will. No, certainly not. The execution comes out, and he is not going to move. Rain is holding this down, and I think the molly, the flash, it doesn't matter what comes in. Rain just sticks to his guns, and it works out after what was a very back-and-forth round.
Yeah, that's unreal. So close. What a play. Nice clutch. But this is, yeah, I mean, Fnatic, they bait this one out. And look at the second kill he gets. These are the pistols inside as well. So that one on the flusher right through the edge of the board there is critical. But a massive, massive clutch for Rain.
This just feels like it's going blow for blow, this game. Back and forth.
Yeah.
So many of these rounds are kind of being incredibly close as well. It feels like they're just so on par at this point.
Even with the loss, though, I mean, Fnatic gets 4 kills, so they have the money low on the FaZe side. If they can just pull off one win here, although, I mean, again, it's just pistols and this one-off from JW. Krims, can he find that? This is a weird battle through the smoke, and Kio's just backing off as fast as possible. Meanwhile, there's the Deagle. Olaf, oh, a second one! As he falls back, as he's low, Alu's up next. He wants to hunt it down, but these Deagles, again, for Fnatic, are causing problems.
Plays like that are going to leave a scar if you're FaZe. You don't want to go walking into that again. No one wants to face that sort of power, but it's brought this, I guess, this round back to maybe something they can play with, but look at what they have in their arsenal. It's just so limited, but we've already seen what the Deagle can do, but it shouldn't be allowed to do anymore. Surely not. Yeah, give us a look. Why not? Flusher as well on the Tech 9, and then Krims is the one with the M4. One smoke towards Krims, the other on Flusher. They can make something happen towards B here. And Kio is the man on this site. You can imagine maybe Olaf going to try and play around time, work back in if they can get a bomb down, but no. They set up the smokes, and they head back around towards A.
They're just trying to pull someone away from this A bomb site. It didn't work, though, so they don't have knowledge that Nico's here. When does Olaf Meister pounce? Is Nico going to peek out towards lateral me as he can't? Oh, there it is. He lands the second one. Corinne's coming out a little bit late. He had the rifle as well. Flusher has one now, but a missed shot from Nico. Olaf can't capitalize, and he's still just holding his ground, waiting for his teammates to get here. Now it's all 3 members of FaZe outside. Does Olaf have any more magic? And he does. One more, but Nico. That's why they picked him up. An ace in this round for Nico. He gets all 5 kills, saving FaZe.
I just want to watch this. All right. Second, how is this? Oh, God. You know what I mean? It's like, when we're watching these two teams play, how sick is it that you see Olaf doing that and then Nico respond just in kind? Well,
this is the power of Olaf Meister, and this is one thing that's always made them good, is that, you know, Olaf every single round, without fail, has been in this alley, Ivy, just working it by himself, solo, and he's being so effective, consistently finding kills down there. So you have to devote a lot of attention to that position of the map if you're FaZe, but it's usually just one player.
Yeah, and it's something different from FaZe as well. Rain could be the one pushing up over by B. He does only have the UMP, so maybe gifting a bit of a chance if they actually went for the hit, but we know that Rain's been able to do some work with this, so not too much of a deficit, but Kio as well being kind of loosened up, I guess, from that B roll as well, being maybe told, all right, keep in mind that maybe out is going to be a thing here. Rain pushed up, didn't see anything. There is still 3 players sitting around the top of Pop, so don't write it off just yet. But 1 minute left, so much utility left in play for Fnatic. They can construct any piece they want right now. Good flashes, keeping Alu and Kio kind of humble at this point. No one's pushed up either.
Here comes the execute. Alu not blocked off, not blind. Kio as well. So the teeth of this attack have been taken out. Now they just need to survive the secondary hit. Nade out, and actually, I mean, JW's not ready for that. Nico with the other angle, and Olaf finally loses a duel there. And finally, FaZe, they sustained with 5 alive. Their economy has been on an edge for these past 2 or 3 rounds, and they can finally build some up. Despite not winning, Fnatic's been getting 3, 4 kills in the previous 3 rounds, so FaZe has been on constant reset notice. So this time, they shut him down completely, and now they can be a little bit more comfortable into this next round.
I was going to say a sigh of relief, but it's never a sigh of relief when you know what you're coming up against with Fnatic on these rounds. We saw the kind of swing earlier that happened, but FaZe should shut it down. They actually have the utility. They finally have that full money to make a peace with. Actually, Rain and Karrigan going to go aggressive on this, but no Olaf Meister. You're left wondering, is he waiting? Is he close by? The answer is a definite yes. Rain gets called out by this. That's a gun recovered. That's okay. It's only a UMP, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, anything falling into the hands of Fnatic is dangerous. Alu trying to find what he can, but Krims is there towards Kio, and now it's Alu trying to deny this B-site all by himself. He's got Nico finally coming over as well, but the bomb's going to go down surely right about now. The molly didn't deny it. Dennis stays alive. And now 3v3, this is still up in the air, but surely FaZe should be able to close it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Alu sneaking up along the wall, taking advantage. This should be pretty easy. Yeah, I think Smoke even went down. Olaf, he's going to get the one kill. The UMP, can he find one more? He doesn't even swing out. He doesn't peek it whatsoever. So a stick defused by Nico in the smoke to extinguish the Molotov. But still, I mean, Fnatic finding ways to make every round dangerous. These pistols are doing work. So 6-8. I mean, the benefit of this is Fnatic gets those first 5 rounds, and you add in that one pistol, and the force buy round that they win against FaZe. I mean, you know, you can just see this is why Fnatic, if they get that early lead on the T side of Train, they had that opportunity to reset the economy of FaZe. If they had done that, this is a great half. Already, though, Fnatic at 6 rounds, this is a good T half for them on Train.
Yep, very good. There's absolutely nothing to be taken away from this. We've got to see if FaZe can replicate something of a similar performance. But Karrigan, going to start off with JW. That's a good scalp to claim if you want to deny any early beginnings. And this time, not being Olaf Meister, you must be wondering, where's my normal sparring buddy at this point? Krim, well.
No, he's probably thankful that's not Olaf Meister. He's...
Uh-oh.
Well, here he is. Oh, all right, Karrigan showing off a bit. Good 2 wins from him. That is interesting by Fnatic, though, that Olaf has done that every single round, and on the last one, you switch it up. Olaf has a great knowledge on how Ali has been played by FaZe this whole time, especially considering they both had AWPs, so why not just send Olaf consistently, who knows how that's being defended. But either way, 2 good kills from Karrigan to really give FaZe a great advantage in this round.
Yeah, the body's certainly piling up down by the bottom of Ivy, but the last 3 remaining members of Fnatic going to look for any given chance, but I doubt there'll be many. You're going to have to force these errors out of FaZe. They're going to try and lock this one down, get that really solid half under their belt, try and stabilize a bit, keep it away, and there you go. Keo finding Flusher is a lovely beginning for them. That denies any sort of pressure towards B. They can kind of calm that one down. The last 2 haven't really shown too much. A little bit of a playthrough pop coming out now from Krim's, going to molly out towards the site. Dennis now going to step out as well. This is where they get these chances. Dennis, what is that? Nico goes down, but the molly to deny Krims is perfect. It just kind of isolates one, leaves the other playing back into this, but the whack-a-mole game didn't go so well in the end for Fnatic as they did swing out, but FaZe close out with a good half here. This seems pretty solid, but again, Fnatic aren't going to be upset with the amount of rounds they got on the T side.
No, they got what they wanted. It was really that double op setup. FaZe, once they were able to get the kills early on in the rounds, they had plenty of success moving forward. So this has always been a map where Fnatic has relied on the CT side more so than the T side, so we'll see how they do when we return.
These 2 Titans are going blow for blow during this game, but I think we are actually live into the second half right about now, so let's not miss a second of the action. Fnatic now on the CT side need to pull themselves back into this one. FaZe on the T want to take it further, but already Olaf Meister claims 2 of the opponents, and we are seeing a bit of a battle go down.
That's awkward. Dennis coming right through the smoke. This is going to be interesting. 3-on-2 scenario. That late flanker, though. Nico coming late. This might screw everything up. I don't think Dennis is going to expect this whatsoever. Precision. Nice shot from Nico. Him still being alive is great for FaZe. Now they've got to find the other two. The bomb is down over by E-Box, though, and Fnatic has positioned themselves very, very nicely to cover this. Yeah,
Flusher up in heaven and JW over by Pop. This is going to be really tough to reclaim that bomb unless they hit a bit of a blinder, but Flusher's got to be aware of this. Nico's taking a lot of the attention here. Flusher's got a really nice little angle. He's watching to see if the cross comes in. Doesn't actually spot out, but he's going to hear it. That's enough. Now he can play off JW or vice versa. It depends on how well they work together on this, but Nico finds Flusher. That's a real waste of a position, but JW spots his prey, lurks his way in, and is waiting for that plant. Unaware, unassuming. Alu could have been called out so badly then, but somehow stays alive. JW goes back, but Nico says no. And that's 3 big kills from a situation that looked near on impossible.
Nico wins this round, obviously. His late flank is perfect, but I mean, even checking heaven, that position from Flusha, he's so far against the wall, it's hard to clear, but Nico spots that at the last second. JW even plays that 1-on-2 so nicely. He's got Nico at range, but he doesn't want to risk giving up his position, so he waits for the better fight. I mean, unfortunately, he misses the shots, but I mean, he played it so well. He was in position to bring that into a 1-on-1, but there's the impact of Nico coming out in the pistol round for FaZe.
What a lovely addition. Really, really nicely done for him. And Dennis and JW are going to have to deal with possibly 3 players coming their way. We'll see how well they do off the back of this. And Nico going to make very light work of 1, but JW got gifted a chance, and he at least gets Nico down. I guess that's something if you want to remove a threat from the board.
He probably gets a double kill if Kerrigan isn't jumping past that choke point. So now it's up to Crims. He's got the 5-7, the dink, but not the kill. Either way, Rain's brought down to 1 HP, and you still have Flusha alive in a 2-on-3 scenario. FaZe has to make sure they can use the range. These smokes are going to be very, very nice, and Olaf's still not able to get into the action with this scout. These 2 weapons combined could be a very big benefit, especially Flusha's now picked up a UMP.
That was... Timing was a factor there because they hadn't actually crossed with the bomb. Olaf gets a tag, and now look at it. Kio's a little low, 70 HP, he's fine though, he can sustain. Alu and Rain are in a bit of a predicament if he picks up a nade. If he picks up anything, he can do some serious work with this, but no kit as well, and pretty locked out at this point. Yeah,
there's no reason FaZe should be showing whatsoever, and they're not. So, I mean, it's a perfectly played post-plant, and they've now got a great lead on Fnatic. It's going to be 11-6 after this. Even with the low HP, Olaf just can't find any kills. So this is going to be tough for Fnatic to get into things, especially considering that 4th round again. It's going to be one of those limited buys with small amounts of utility, a big investment that round for Fnatic that doesn't pay off with a win. And I mean, we mentioned this, the desk mentioned it, I mentioned it before this game started. This map generally for Fnatic is all Olaf Meister, and even with him being so successful on that T side, no one else is really here. He's got 18 kills. He's double up on 3 of his teammates, JW, Dennis, and Crims, and Flusha is just a little bit lower. So I mean, that T side largely spurred by Olaf Meister.
If Olaf Meister keeps his performance up, I want to see how far Fnatic can go. I want him to be.
Is he back?
Well, press tab. Let's have a little peek. He's certainly doing all right.
Yeah, he's
doing just fine.
Can't complain with that, can you?
No. It hasn't translated much to the CT half yet. He's obviously making impact, but it hasn't got them rounds, is what I'm trying to say. But the point is, it's good to see him looking confident. It felt like he'd taken a little bit of a shadow of his former self in previous tournaments, build him up nice and early through the groups. Get a win here, even better. But sadly, a leaping Rain is not what you want to see coming in towards your face. But JW and Den, how is this possible? They have nothing. They literally have nothing. Just USPSs, that's it. They had the scout, that got a tag, but what is this?
JW making plays pushed up. I mean, now there's just nothing. I mean, again, those are weapons that FaZe can afford to lose, right? I mean, they have the aggressors going up to scout out the bomb site, they get taken out, but the AKs at the end. At that point, Fnatic, they've got to kind of peek with those USPs to try and find some information to see if they need to rotate, to see if they can, grab any kills anywhere. And that's when the AKs just lying in wait are able to pick them off at range. So here's JW with the AWP. No utility, no armor. Complete glass cannon.
I love the glass cannon.
Yeah. I do too.
We'll see what he can do with it. This could be quite quick as well. Fast flash is being put down towards outside. A couple of smokes as well, bit of a line of smoke actually. So they're going to deny Kerrigan and Nico any sort of presence. Push up Dennis now from Fnatic. But Olaf Meister's getting a little bit close. He's kind of curious. Is someone actually pushed out here? Is there any threat on the board, or are we okay?
This would be so risky if Dennis goes for that peek, yeah, because there's 3 players of FaZe here, and they're all lined up to watch for some kind of a push. So looking to see if Fnatic is going to have any of that trademark CT side craziness. JW with the AWP, though, aware that someone could have crossed over. Kerrigan, I think he's just going to wait here. I think he's just going to chill for now, wait for his team to set up, and he'll be a lurker. But, I mean, JW doesn't like that idea at all. He's going to go for it. We know JW likes to do this. Nade's going to come out. He has the indication, and Kerrigan's got to be frustrated with that one.
You're sitting there so frustrated with that. You shouldn't be doing that if you're JW, but it's JW. He just does the things he wants. And now watching the cross out as well. Good flashes, though, from FaZe, keeping these guys blinded, but not for long. JW and Dennis find their positions, find the cross, and find the kills.
JW is one of the few oppers who would do that in that scenario. That's why it's so frustrating if you're Kerrigan, but also beautiful flashbangs outside for FaZe. You could see how blinded Dennis and JW was on top of the train, but the timing of when they try and take advantage of those flashbangs is just a second too late because the flashbang is fading away. Quick kills. Fnatic survive with 4 alive. Actually, do they think this is already going to be a save or something out of FaZe? Because Crims has a 5-7, maybe to try and build up some money, but this is a 5.
Could just be doing Fnatic things, Jason. They do weird things. I don't know if this really should be one of them. To be fair, he only has 900, but he could have been dropped out something. But JW feels confident, and well, oh my god, it's still working. Anyway, why not? Crims almost 180s and finds a follow-up, but it's not to be. But Olofmeister is there. He is where the train stops, and Flusher just forcing Kerrigan to the floor, and this is looking very dominant.
Yeah, especially considering Crims wins that without they win that round with Crims not even having a weapon, so he gets to build up money. Now he's going to the shotgun, knowing it's going to be an eco this time, so now he's going to be able to build up an even more of a bank if he has success with that shotgun, but good start for Fnatic in these gun rounds.
Yeah, that looked crisp so far, but you know, we're gonna have to wait for FaZe's rebuttal at this point. It's gonna be one of those rounds you're gonna have to forego this. You're gonna have to look for those small wins, small benefits, getting a bomb plant, getting a couple of guns away. Whatever you can do, brilliant. You don't expect round wins out of these sort of things. No flashes, no smokes, no armor, just a couple of additional pistols, and that's about it. And Crims using that Mag 7 up by Pop, so not too surprising there. Just going to be trying to wait, see if anyone gives him some sort of attention, and hell, even if they pick that up, what are they going to do with it? It's kind of tough to work in on the T side. So, again, Fnatic just need to wait for this. Crims can be let off the leash. Well, Flush has gifted a very nice chance there.
Yeah, he's happy with that. Yeah. Rain trying to just go for something desperate, hope he catches someone not looking his way. And there's the shotgun right to the face of Kerrigan. So bonus money, those Glocks, those aren't going to win too many duels against Flusher with the AK at that range. Actually, was that a dink on a Dennis? Yeah, down to 10 HP. So this is going to be a 9th round for Fnatic. Nico's the last one left, a little bit slower pace, but they've got to figure out how they want to have success in this outer bomb set if that's where they go. And up the ladder, Crims is here. 2 kills for him with a shotgun.
I wonder if he sticks on this, or how long he
Oh,
sticks
absolutely
on this.
will, yeah.
Like, I love the fact that Fnatic do this occasion. We saw it on Cobble as well, like Flusher always used to be one of those UMP players, you know, a bit of a pioneer towards the UMP favor, but he's certainly good with it, and why not? You can find so many good positions on the CT side with this. Throughout the map, there are spots you can play it, but Pop is just phenomenal for it.
I mean, the big thing as well, if he's going to get aggressive towards mid, if he's going to be playing in ladder room, I mean, that's where it can have a really dynamic defense outside. If he's going to shut down ladder room, the rest of Fnatic can concentrate on team main, but FaZe is going to bypass all this. 4 members quickly towards the inner site. Pistols again, armor though, and Olaf, that's a sketchy position. If he falls there, they have access into the bomb site. There goes Flusher, but Olaf's still alive. Now he drops down, he's going to get a 3rd kill. He's just being a nightmare, and FaZe can't get into the site. He's even aware. Coming up top, there's Kerrigan. Finally shuts him down. They can salvage some weapons. The bomb will get planted. It's a 2-on-3, and Crims is a shotgun, so actually Dennis is going to fall down. Kerrigan being very proactive at the center site, and it's Alu in a 1-on-2 with an AK-47.
That's really nice. He bought so much time for not only Alu to get the bomb down, but to readjust as well. Nicely done by Kerrigan. But now the real test big...
Nope.
Nope. All right. I thought it was going to be the AWP, you know,
yeah,
something
right?
Just like, all right, JW, cool. Cool, just do your thing. And yeah, well, that's that, isn't it? 12 to 10. Fnatic's trying to get that gap closed now.
That's almost a scary position for Olaf. I mean, you see Flusher fall, but if Olaf dies there to Nico, that means his bomb site's just overtaken. So risky, but Olaf, it pays off for him.
You got to risk it for a bit.
24 kills for Olofmeister.
Yeah, he's starting to feel this game, which is brilliant to see. It feels like I haven't been saying his name that much in their previous games, at any point. It feels like he's been the one like, he's in the background, JW's playing well. But right now, Molly's in a bit of aggression. This is what we want to see from these boys. But Kerrigan perfectly present, not allowing it to slip. He's got to know Dennis is there. He's just going to have to find the right time, and Crims is going to come and help him out, and Karrigan expects it. Backs away. You almost got the lineup. You almost felt that maybe he could have done something with that, but overwhelmed, but it's allowed time. Yeah,
and any other player, Karrigan hunts down that second player that was blind, Dennis, but he's passive with it, maybe not thinking as blind as he was, so that could have been a double kill, but it's not. Either way, FaZe have great advantages on this outer bomb site. Nico's worked his way up so far, finds the kill on olofmeister. He's been silent that whole time, and there's Keo chiming in. They know exactly where these last two players are, they should. That's collapsed for Fnatic, so 3-man aggression towards Ivy, it doesn't pay off, and now they're stuck trying to get back into the site, and it's not going to work. Nico, again, making independent decisions, pushing up and getting aggressive, finding the plays to open up this site for FaZe.
He's such a powerful individual. You watch him play, just the decision he makes, they're not always the easy ones, but they're so smart, and he just knows he's going to land it. So Crims, well, the bomb's on B for one, so have fun. Keo Rain just sitting around, just waiting just in case, and Nico's still around. You know, he's still wanting to get this away.
By the way, that's all Nico. I mean, people were wondering how he was going to fit into this FaZe system, and it's obvious at least early on. I mean, they have only had what I think Yenko said it was only 3 days of practice for this team, but we were hoping that Karrigan was going to keep him off the leash, and that's something where Nico makes that play based off what Karrigan's communicating is happening towards Ivy. That's not someone telling him to push up like that. That's him saying, all right, if there are going to be 2 players there, that means there's not going to be any real sight, or there shouldn't be any real sight on that lane. So he pushes all the way down it to get advanced position.
I just want to see how far he can go as a player now. He's in the perfect lineup for this. He's doing very well. You know, we're talking about olofmeister dropping big kills. You've got the perfect reply in Nico. So far, FaZe now finally get one really on the board. 13-10, building back into. It's not letting Fnatic get control on the CT side. It felt like it was a bit of a spree there for Fnatic. It was like, oh god, they're starting to take control. Oh, no, it's all happening. But Alu, there we go. Back away from that, my friend. And let's just take our time here, please.
Don't boost in the fire. Oh, he had the lineup.
Yeah, he did.
He had the idea as well, but JW too quick. Even Olaf with the assist, and now he's actually even seen that the AWP has been picked up as well. So he can call out to his teammates. There's still an AWP in play for the FaZe side of things. 10-13, Fnatic trying to come back and inch this scoreline a little bit closer. They're trusting Flusha a lot towards the inner bomb site. No one is even close to rotating.
He is the god of solo sites. If you want to, well, not Flusha really, it's Crims normally. So Flusha being put into this, and you know, certainly stable, doing okay so far. Not, I wouldn't say he's excelling yet, but he's perfectly fine. And they can always have that quick rotate coming in from Olaf as well. So that can be there to support him if needed. And maybe starting to feel a bit pressured here. Maybe starting to think, I need that support. It's all about feeling. They haven't really seen much. They don't have info anywhere else. And now Karrigan's starting to push up through Ivy as well. So the timing's going to be kind of Karrigan causing that nuisance, causing that a little bit of a distraction, keeping them busy. He can also play in and just maybe get that perfect flank on as well, but he has no idea where they are. Now they know the plan. The bomb's going to go down, and this is great timing. Karrigan can now strike, and Reigns push far forward too. This is lovely, but they need to get this one under wraps because Crimson Dennis might have just hindered this massively. Keo has to buy time. They're going to try and push this one quick.
Yeah, they know if they have a 1-on-3 in the bomb site. Karrigan outside somewhere. They don't need to deal with him yet if they push this site quickly. Keo with the kill. He's going to get a second one. Olaf tries to tap the defuse, and he hasn't cleared anything out. It's just down to Crims. I don't think he can do anything. Karrigan is now right behind him. They're watching both sides of this bomb train, and there it is. Keo with 4 kills. He's the hero, but it's the play from Karrigan. It's that distraction towards Ivy. That's what pulled Olaf away from Flusha, and even caused Flusha to back off and play that inner bomb site even more passively. That's what allows the initial entrance into the bomb site for FaZe, and then even just the 1 kill outside from Karrigan is huge. It slows things down. It puts Fnatic into a situation where they have to decide where they want to commit. 2 stopping that flank or 2 retaking the bomb site, and no decisive decision was made.
Ali looking for early opportunities to be given here, but Fnatic giving nothing. There's a couple of nades, a smoke, and a big denial. JW going to push up close as well. You can see Fnatic just on the cusp of wanting to make a play, wanting to find someone out of place, punish anything FaZe want to try, but you've got to respect that there's still a hell of a lot of utility, a lot better weaponry, and still 5 players, of course, alive for FaZe here. Rain trying to just bait out that shot, find that info, just to secure that little bit of, I guess, peace of mind, saying, I knew he was going to be there, I knew that's what they're going to go for. But not the case, nothing given up just yet.
JW's got a big role to play. He's got a lot of utility as well, and if he gets aggressive and falls with that's a lot of things that Fnatic would love to have. Either way, he's gaining so much information right now. And actually, there's no one around here. I mean, Fnatic obviously can't know this, but there's no one really watching for any kind of push in team mid from Fnatic, so this could be interesting how this plays out. 2 players inside for Fnatic, 1 UMP and 1 M4. One close up at the spindles, and flushes behind this first train. There's the Molotov to slow things down even further, and the fact there's been no positioning, it's all on Kerrigan to make a play. Olaf finds one kill on Nico,
pushed up.
Look at him, look how far out he is, and there's Kerrigan. It gets a little bit crazy. This is so discombobulated from FaZe.
What is going on? 3 players now just pinned in. They surely can't break out of this. Flusher Crims just deny this. This is huge and a massive mess up there. But Olafmeister taking aggressive play not mid-round, late round then, pushing up, catching out Nico of all players. So
that's such a weird round to watch unfold.
Yeah, that was a very backwards round.
All right, well, I mean, nothing more Fnatic than that at a junction where they absolutely need to get a win. They find one, even with that shotgun in play. So now it's an upgrade to the AWP for JW. Now they've got what they need, and FaZe have not the worst buy ever, but it is a little bit beat up. They've got a deal on Nico and an UMP on Akio.
Well, Nico hasn't been the man with the deagle so far that we've seen doing a lot of the work. It was, I think, Olafmeister earlier who was doing it, but, you know, he's got a reputation, let's put it that way. So if there's anyone to be on it, I'm fine with Nico with that one. He can do just fine. But still, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle at this point.
That Molotov, I don't think it went as far as Fnatic might have wanted it to. Either way, JW. An opportunity for either JW or Alu to find a duel. I think JW spotted Alu jumping back, but I mean, the Molotov, the smoke coming out is going to block him off from any aggression, any peeking down Ivy right now.
FaZe down to 3 smokes here as well, so they're going to have to start really making their minds up on where they want to go. There goes one, and the others have gone as well. So this looks like it will be a hit towards A, maybe get that pinch in from Kerrigan as well down Ivy, keep Dennis and JW busy while they do try and make something happen. But you've got Olafmeister, you've got Crims up close and personal, and here we go, Olaf. What can you do here? Absolutely, well, a little bit of something. Finding Nico again. I guess if you're going to find someone, find him. But he only had the deagle, and in the meantime, the rest of the piece of the puzzle from FaZe all gets put into play. JW's up on the site, though. There's still Dennis kind of around here. This is a really weird round again. I don't know how JW was still allowed to be there, but it doesn't matter. FaZe clean it out in the end, and Flush is left now in a 1v2. He's found the first, and he knows where the follow-up is, but he can't find Keo. Keo plays it well, keeps it calm, and puts FaZe onto map point.
Yeah, such awkward timing for Fnatic have to defend that hit just as the smoke in ladder room was fading. You could see Crims and Olaf trying to communicate who's watching what, and they just couldn't figure it out. We've talked a lot in the past of how good those two players specifically have played together, but that time it's just a little too hard to handle with 2 different avenues that they have to keep track of, and FaZe is able to run over that defense as they come out. 15-11, and Fnatic, they need another miracle. They have nothing left. It's an M4 on Flush. It's the pistols as well, and the first one goes down. That's JW in ladder room. Now it's up to Olaf. He's going to get aggressive towards Inner, going for the desperation as Dennis is down low as well. He's going to get the flank, but Nico's watching it. The game sense on this guy is unreal, and he has come up huge. The new player for FaZe is pushing them towards the edge of a win.
Absolute power play from Nico, and he might just want more. Keo's going to get it towards Crims, but only to stand for Fnatic, and they are looking for any small margin they can try and find a way back into this round on, but it's going to be tough. They're in a 2v4. They have 1 smoke, and Dennis is on 3 HP with a UMP. It's looking like near on impossible odds.
Yeah, they've got to stick together at this point. Dennis can't do much of anything on his own. UMP and 3 HP, and FaZe so smart to just slow that all down, just let everything subside, let the action go away, and let Fnatic, the team that has 2 players alive, let them make the decision, let them make the risk and the gamble, and it doesn't work. So FaZe just delays for 5 seconds, hits the outer side. There's nothing that can stop this plant, and Flusha, he's got everything to do because Dennis can do nothing.
And so far, it looks like FaZe are about to close this game out, prove that their win is the one to be remembered through the group so far. Alu's going to find Dennis, and now it is just down to Flusher, and there it is, 16-11. Nico looked magnificent for FaZe during that game, and well, it just solidifies their dominance that we saw earlier. Yeah,
it wasn't any kind of crazy explosive performance. It wasn't run out and just get all the kills. It was within the T side, the system that Kerrigan was running. It was the impact plays based off of his own game sense. He comes up massive. And again, Fnatic, it just looks like Train is a map where they just have to rely on Olaf way too much.
And it's a good sight to see Nico smiling, all of them, with a big grin on their face, and you cannot blame them. Things are looking good for FaZe, but let's see how far they can go in this tournament, because so far, they are looking deadly.
Yeah, it's a very, very good start for the group stage for them. And we will be back to hear what the desk thinks after the break.